All right, so some examples of this are all the things that are on the earth. Land, like dirt or sand. Wind, coal, oil, natural gas, leaves and forestation, water, all that stuff. Everything that's on the earth are called natural resources. Okay, so I want you to put the word natural resources on the line right under the definition. Go to the right. So you're going to put natural resources on that line. Okay, there are two different kinds. The first one is renewable resources. Read it, please. Let's go. Get that star P. We got to earn these trips. Andy doesn't care, but some of us do. Go, Noel.
A source of energy where there's a limitless supply.
Good. What does limitless supply mean, Luna? What?
Unlimited.
Unlimited. Good. Yep. No limit. Okay. There are some examples of this. I will give you one. Wind. There is a limitless supply of wind. I will give you another one. The sun. Although we think the sun will burn out in, I think it's like 500 million years from now, as far as we are concerned, we have a limitless supply of sun. Can you think of the other one? Takes up 73% of our world.
Water.
Go ahead, Ariana.
Water.
Water. Those are the three big ones. Okay, let's read non-renewable resources. Jared.
A source of energy that takes millions of years to replace.
Good. There are three major ones here. Coal, oil, and natural gas. Track me as soon as you're done. Good job. These three non-renewable resources need to be extracted or taken out of the Earth's surface, which is kind of cool. Do you know which one out of these three are under the United States surface the most? Which one do we have the most of? Josh? No.
Nope.
Emmy?
Natural gas.
No. That leaves everybody? Coal. We're at non-renewable resources, okay? So coal. So people fight over these all the time because these are what we use to power, like to heat our homes, to power our cars, to power all of our machines. There's a lot of fighting over the Middle East. Why do you think? Like over all of the land in the Middle East. Why? Andy, go ahead.
Because George Bush started a war and he wanted oil and he wanted to be greedy, and then they did that.
Good. Yep. The Middle East has some of the way more than anyone else for the world's oil supply. So it's really crazy looking at where the most populated cities are in the world based on their natural resources. We're going to watch a little tiny video. While we watch this little tiny video, you can get in video watching mode as long as you are not distracting on the other people. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds to figure it out. 4, 3, 2, 1, and okay. Go ahead, nice and loud.
Hi, it's Paul Anderson, and this is Disciplinary Core Idea ESS 3A. It's on natural resources. Resources are what we require to live. And since we live on the earth, we get our resources from the earth, and we call those natural resources. And there's a lot of different types of natural resources. It could be the air you breathe, the water you drink, the soil you grow your crops in, minerals, metals, energy, plants, animals, and all of this we're getting from our environment. And we can break all of those natural resources into two types. We have what are called renewable resources. Wind's an example of energy that's renewable. As the sun shines on the earth, the air starts to move around, and we're going to be able to generate energy from that. Non-renewable resources are resources that don't come back within our lifetime. And so oil is an example of that. Oil contains energy that was stored millions of years ago from ancient rainforests, and if we use that up, it's gone. It's not going to come back, at least within our lifetime. Another thing you should understand about natural resources is that they're not uniformly distributed on our...
Okay, check it out. How many of these are natural resources? Guess? All of them. What does a natural resource mean? Fatu.
It's natural.
What does that mean?
Organic.
What does that mean? Come on. Who makes it? Yeah, like the earth makes it. It's not us completely leaving him out of class, but yeah. Okay, so these are all different natural resources. They can be brought into two different groups. Go ahead.
planet. They're going to be mixed up. And so where do humans live? We're living where we can get as many of the resources as we can possibly find. But we're not going to have all the resources there. And so if you look at the distribution of humans on our planet, we're going to find that we're living in areas where we can get enough food, enough water, but we don't get all of our resources, so we have to kind of trade and ship those around on our...
Okay, check it out. This is the population map. This shows what places in the world, United States, has the most people. Which one, where, has the most red dots? If you could give it to a continent. Chris?
Asia?
Asia, yep. Asia definitely has a ton. Okay, there's also some in Europe, but that all correlates to natural resources. You want to live in places where you don't have to like buy resources from a different place, right? So you guys know what kind of stuff goes into cars, right? To power them, what is it? Go ahead, Jared.
Gas. Oh.
Gas, liquid gas. So what happens is most of all the oil that we need to power our cars is extracted from the ground in the Middle East. And then it is shipped over to the United States from there. Okay, and we are a rich country, so that we're like wealthy compared to a bunch of different countries. So we always have it. But when I lived in Dominican Republic, like some weekends, I would go to down the street and I'd see a gas station and they'd be like, no gas. Like there's just no gas. So if you run out of gas, like too bad, I guess your traveling is over. Which is crazy, and that would last like for a couple of weeks until the country made enough money to go buy a big like tank of gas. Isn't that crazy? Okay, go ahead.
planet. This map right here shows the population, in other words, the cities that have high population. Each of the red dots on this map represents a city with at least 1 million people. We call those mega cities. And what we're finding is that as we get more and more people on our planet, they're requiring more and more resources. And so we have to really balance our use of non-renewable resources, especially if they have some detrimental costs.
Yeah.
And thinking of that, fossil fuels are really